Don't go anywhere. You guys are the terrific team.
Live from Los Angeles, BeTerrific shines the BeTerrific Spotlight on E3, only on the BeTerrific Network.
Hey everyone, Allison Berger here, and we are back streaming live from E3. It's only day 2, and there's still so much more to see. So I'm now here with Mike McTire, the head designer at Survios. Thanks so much for having me at your booth.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we're really excited to have everybody here. We're showing off Raw Data, our first title, some updates to it coming out really soon, and also our other game, Sprint Vector, which is going to be released later this year.
So Raw Data is behind us right now.
Yes.
And that is what we're hearing going wild. Tell us a little bit about the story and what these guys are experiencing.
Yeah, absolutely. So for us, Raw Data, the big thing about that was the magic of VR was feeling like you're a hero. Right? We wanted you to feel like that special action hero from your favorite book or TV show or movie. You just don't have cool weapons and sci-fi guns in the future. You have abilities, you have powers. And for the first time being in that world, you feel that you're embodying these characters for the first time.
What does that feel like?
It's an amazing experience. It's one of those things that you can't really understand it till you try it, right? You got to get the headset on, you got to play the game, you got to experience it to truly know what it feels like.
What was the development process like?
It was pretty long, and it was really exciting, though. I think one of the amazing things about VR is it's so new, right? It's not like traditional video games. There's all these things that we have to figure out we've never had to figure out before. You'd be surprised how often people stumble when we just say, hold this, pick it up, take a step forward. These are new concepts. People are used to sitting in their chairs or on their couches, right? So all of a sudden now they're having to be physical and being active, moving their bodies. That's really the fun part, but also it's new territory.
So it's gotten rid of the whole, like, mom telling you can't sit on the couch and play video games after school. You have to go out and play with your friends. Now they can still play video games because they can stand up and, you know, chase people in VR.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot more active, that's true. I mean, there's a lot of other great VR experiences out there. Some of them where you do just use the controller and they're more, sitting experiences. But at Survios, we believe in active VR. We want you to stand up. We want you to move your body. We want you to be surrounded 360 because that's when the magic, that's when your brain is convinced this is real. These robots are attacking me. I have to defend myself. Being physically active is part of that magic.
That's so cool. I'm going to have to get in there and try it at some point. But as a head designer, what is this like for you? What's your day-to-day of, being involved in this?
It's an amazing experience. I mean, we're really lucky at Survios to have such an amazing team. We have some really talented people who have been in the industry for a long time, some new people who are just super skilled and bring all sorts of talent to the table. For myself on the day-to-day, there is a lot of traditional overlap in terms of what people expect, but the really fun part is tackling the unknown, right? People haven't done these things before. Getting people to move in VR, being physical in VR, having to move their arms, their bodies, communicating to the player, getting them to do these actions. That's exciting because I don't know the answer. These games haven't existed for 20, 30 years that I can reference. So that's the exciting part, is figuring that out.
So have you figured anything out yet at E3 this week?
We figured out a lot of stuff. People are really enjoying our products. That's something we figured out this week. So that's going really well. The community has been so helpful and so talented. In fact, Raw Data has been in early access for about a year now, and the community has been super helpful, telling us what we need to improve, what we should work on, what features we want to add. In fact, one of the biggest things we're telling people, and we're announcing at E3 for Raw Data, the next update is we're adding a player versus player mode to the game for the first time. This was not promised originally. It was not part of the scope or the budget. We added this in because the community kept asking for it, and we can't wait for them to get their hands on it.
I think that's great that you're actually listening to the players and the community and getting involved, because if you don't listen to them, how are you going to know how to improve yourself and make your games better?
Yeah, that's a big part of it too. And in particular because, again, this is new territory, right? So we need to hear from the community as much as they need to hear from us, right? So we very specifically released Raw Data very early. Very early. We've been in early access for a year now, hearing from the community, adapting, fixing, changing things, one control scheme to another, making it, some players prefer different settings, different options, and that's been super helpful in why we've been doing that.
So how is Raw Data pushing the boundaries, and why should they be involved in your early access and playing your game?
Sure. Well, Raw Data, we're the first in a lot of different ways in VR. We released right at the beginning. We were working on this before the hardware came out, so there was a lot of unknowns, right? A big thing for us with Raw Data is pushing the boundaries of VR. We do that in all our products. There's so many rules or things that people said, oh, you can't do this in VR, you can't do that in VR. Baloney. They just haven't figured it out yet, right? But they kept telling us you can't do that, right? Even as simple things at the beginning, we're one of the first games that not just had the player's arm, but their forearm, not just their hand, but their forearm, right? Or actually moving the player in VR, they're like, you're going to get everybody sick. It's like, no, we just had to figure that out, right? So we have big, heavy robots punching the player. They fly 30 feet back. It's terrifying, but you don't get sick. We just had to figure out how to do that.
Interesting. Well, we're going to figure out how to move to the other side of your booth real quick because I'm not letting go of you yet. I want to know what's going on over on the other side.
Okay, great.
Okay, so we're going to take a quick break, but don't move a muscle because I'm coming back with Mike with a little bit more. Stay tuned.
Don't go anywhere. You guys are the terrific team.
Live from Los Angeles, BeTerrific shines the BeTerrific Spotlight on E3, only on the BeTerrific Network.